Welcome to TheQueerView. I'm Robert Felix, aka Felix562. I am one of two hosts reviving TheQueerView. TheQueerView is, to me, a play on words. Not only is it for the LGBTS community, it's also for topics that you don't normally want to talk about or normally hear in a conversation. It's like, why would you talk about that? Anyways, also, I want to talk about who I am. I'm Felix562. I have my own YouTube account. I'm one of two. The second is a little diva right now. He doesn't want to do his video until he's prepped up, looking good for his show. And we are starting this for you, the audience, to interact with us and have it where a group discussion is not just between us, but it's also between you in comments, links, and also video responses. When we respond to your videos, we'll refer back to you, or we'll also do collaborations, which leads me to my next thing. We're also holding auditions for people who would like to be a part of this project that we're doing. I did say in the description that I was going to answer some questions on the video, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to answer Angelina Reyes, and our first question is, why does sex complicate things? Good question, actually, because a lot of people nowadays in our generation like to think that going to sex first before a relationship smooths things over. It does not. In my opinion, when you go sex first before your relationship, or at least starting the foundations of your relationship with someone, it messes things up because you can't go back to view that person as a friend anymore, because you just seen them, their body parts. You express yourself in a different way than you never expressed before. So it becomes more of an emotional state than just friends. Friends aren't as openly emotional as the sex aspect of it. And also, I always believe there's two variations of sex. There's sex, getting it done with, and then there's making love. Making love is you have that connection with somebody. It's more than just, I take off your clothes, you help me take off my clothes, but you won't help me get my clothes back on after we're done. Making love is, I take your clothes off, you take my clothes off, we take our time going to do it, we're done, we're still laying, spend the night, wake up the next day, have breakfast, keep going on with our day. It meant something. Anyways, going back to the question, it complicates things in a sense of, if you both aren't ready for that level of commitment and you guys jump head in first into it, of course you guys are gonna mess each other up, because one could want it and the other one could actually have an emotional attachment in the aspect of it. You also gotta remember that sex isn't just I do you, it's over. It's when it deals with, I'll use this one for a topic, straight sex. Some females, when they have sex with the man, their emotional aspect is attachment. Males, on the other hand, are afraid to show emotions. Well, not all. Some are afraid to show emotional aspects to a woman of attachment because they feel that it demasculinizes them or feminizes them. So what they do instead is they hit it and quit it. So it's easier for them to let go than a female. A female, they trust you. They have to earn a level of trust with you. They have to be able to be in a comfort zone with you. And some guys can't get into that comfort zone for girls. So it's more for guys too. It's also more of a popularity type of thing. It's you gotta be the guys them as much as possible. And girls, on the other hand, it's like, oh, it was so romantic, it was my first time, I really loved him, blah blah blah, which jacks up that part of it, because the girl will think it's emotional and the guy would just think that they're just relieving themselves. Another question that Juanita has is, how do men react when a girl is PMSing? let me tell you, for being a guy, just because we're gay does not mean that we want to know your business. Yeah, we have a feminine quality to us, but we don't want to know when your period or when your dot is on or when you're having an exclamation instead of a period. Trust me. It's the guy part of our nature. We do not want to know your business. And let me tell you something, first of all. When a girl PMS's, it's all hell breaks loose. It's like Godzilla on Japan. You better run. And it bothers me because it's a natural way for girls, but you also gotta understand from our aspects. You guys always try to say, well, you gotta understand, this happens to us 2 parts a week, but you know when it's gonna happen. Let people know. Look, I'm getting into that range where I'm about to start going on my weeks. So, if I say anything offensive to you, sorry. This is why. That way we're not like, damn, what's wrong with you? Someone didn't get some this morning. Or the night before. But men will always overreact towards a woman who's on her rag for the fact that we don't like it when a girl gets in a case about something that she should be prepared for. I'm not bagging on girls because there's some girls that just don't know. There's those times of the week where it just changes depending on your seasons or whatnot, but still, let the man know when you're about to blow. And another question, or should I say topic, that I'm going to talk about is me coming out. It was the most awkward moment for me coming out, kind of. My mom never found out through me. My mom kind of found out through her friend, who found out through Facebook when I first made it. And I was like, oh no! I got that awkward phone call from my mom, and I was like, hello? So why weren't you going to tell me? And I totally thought she was talking about something else. I was freaking out. And so she told me so why couldn't you tell me you were gay? I was like, oh, okay, it's not what I thought it was. And wait, what? How did you find out? So, well, one of my friends, the story goes on where my mom found out through one of her friends that I had on Facebook. My mom's new to it still. It's been, 5 years since I've been officially out to my mother. And I'm trying to think. She treats me the same. She doesn't treat me any different. I know there's people out there that wish they can have that mother where they can tell everything to, where they're not feeling like they're being persecuted. And my mom's been my biggest supporter. We've had our moments where we're like on opposite ends, but what relationship with their mom doesn't? And being part of this community kind of makes me feel like it's a huge label that we're not the same as anybody else, that we're completely and utterly totally different than every other generation. But everyone has to understand that we're still human, we still act the same, we still do the same, we still do. Just remember, who's doing your curtain designs, who's doing your house designs, who's doing your decorations for your wedding. It ain't you, it ain't another woman, it's us. We do the jobs that normally women and men can't do, so because we're so flexible to do both. What I want to get out of this, yes, as you can tell, I'm at McDonald's, because I'm Beyonce. I am at McDonald's right now. One of my favorite fast food places. I know a lot of people don't like McDonald's because of this, and that, but it's like, I'm here because it's cheap. You get more bang for your buck. Get for $1. Then you go to Burger King, or Carl's Jr., or Subway. $1 gets you a handshake. In straight terms, not gay terms.